Stolen vehicles already have an impact on insurance premiums, especially here in Alberta, where we already have the highest premiums in the country. But speed could also factor into what drivers pay. That's if the province moves ahead with raising speed limits on some highways to 120 kilometers per hour. Business reporter Kyle Bakx has been looking into this. He joins us now to explain. Hey, Kyle. So how could insurance premiums be impacted by what may be coming in the future here?
Well, those insurance premiums to register or to have to insure a vehicle here in the province, it's already been a big concern. It is an affordability issue. And, right now, of course, as you mentioned, we have the highest rates in the country. And in recent years, at the same time, a lot of these insurance providers have struggled to turn a profit. So some of them no longer provide insurance here in the province. And so there's no way to actually predict if these higher speed limits will actually translate into higher insurance premiums. But of course, we all know that when it comes to speed, even incremental speed increases can cause, more crashes, more damage, and more injuries. And so for these insurance companies, that means higher costs for them. And then they, of course, pass it on to drivers when it comes to these rates. Here's one of the insurance companies that I spoke with.
Ultimately, if it's any factor that attributes to increased frequency of claims or severity of claims, is ultimately going to have a price adjustment as far as for what would be passed on to the consumer.
And of course, there are many factors when it comes to collisions. It could be bad weather, of course, and we are seeing more drivers on Alberta roads and highways right now because the population has jumped so much in recent years as well.
The province is aware of these premiums going up. They're actually trying to do stuff to bring it down. So what are they saying about this?
Well, we spoke with Transportation Minister Devin Dreeshen, who says, it's unclear whether these higher speed limits, if they come into effect, if they will have an impact on insurance rates. But it is something, he says, that the province will keep an eye on. Some important context is that about a decade ago, the province of BC increased speed limits to 120 kilometers per hour on several highways, also increased other speed limits in other areas to 100 that, were lower than that. And after about 4 years, it reversed just about all of those changes because the numbers were very noticeable. More crashes, more severe crashes, and more insurance claims. So right now, there's only one section of the Coquihalla in BC where there still is this 120 kilometer per hour speed limit. So some important context. And this week, Calgary police even weighed in on this, saying they are concerned that these higher speed limits could send the wrong message to drivers.
We've got to be realistic. When we've got speed limits of 100 or 110, people will always travel at 130 now. If we give them 120, will they travel at 140, 150? Yes, they probably will. So to answer your question quickly is to say, is there a concern? Yes, there would be a concern.
And of course, there will be some drivers that are going to welcome these higher speed limits so they can travel a little quicker on the open road. But it is an open question what the impact will be on insurance rates, which are already a big problem here in the province.
Something to keep an eye on for sure if that change in the limit goes ahead. Thanks, Kyle.
Thank you.